Welcome to Buzzer Rush to 55. We'll start. So there's checkmate here. Queen takes bishop, looks good. Knight check and takes. Queen takes bishop again, looks good. Takes my bishop or my knight, and I take his bishop. Okay, queen checkmate, and rook here checkmate. Queen somewhere. Queen takes no, not queen. Queen bishop check, then queen mate. Queen or knight. Knight check and takes the queen. Knight check and takes the rook, but I'm not sure which check here. Knight check, I guess on e7. No, on e7 it places the bishop, so I guess it's here. Then I take the rook. Queen check mate. So if bishop b2, where does he go? Okay, that was wrong, no problem. It's not the end of life. Rook takes pawn. Pawn take, rook takes pawn. Queen check. So I check and take the knight. Queen check on b. Queen check on b1. King g, king h2. Then queen check on d1. Is that right? Queen check on b1, queen check. No, queen check here, queen check here, and queen takes. So we're good. Bishop check takes queen. So he's trying to lose. Here to get away from checks. And queen. It's a draw. Queen mate, but where is the mate? Rook mate. Okay, knight queen check takes, queen takes rook, knight. What happens if I push h5? Even if he takes, he can't win. So plays bishop check, knight here, knight here, and I pin him. Take. I have a queen check. On f7, he goes king d8, and I go knight check on e7, e6. He plays king c8, then I play queen takes c7 checkmate. Okay, now I have queen check, that mate. Queen check, queen take, rook take with mate. So I have knight somewhere. Knight g5. That doesn't win. So queen e2. Queen e2 and mate. Queen e2, king h1. It was terrible. I don't know, I'm playing so fast. Just focus. So I will focus. It's focus. So must calm down a little bit. Stop playing so fast. I can make it work. Knight. So if I take his knight, what happens? He takes a pawn. Right. If I play queen a4 check, rook a4 check, he goes king h5. Then I check, and he's mating it. Another check. His knight here. I take then I take. Okay. So I will analyze everything in my head. Then I will speak the variation. So just to focus. I don't want to mess this up. Got one shot at this. Bishop. Queen check, queen checkmate. Alright. I didn't have to think that much. So if rook takes, no, that's not a knight. b5 looks good, but he plays queen rook h7. Probably there is a problem with that. Knight. But if rook exit, rook takes h7. You go here, rook here, go here. If he can go for a draw. No, he can't, because if he checks me on e2, I can go rook takes, and if he checks me on h8, I can take rook on f7. So he has to take the pawn. Then I threat of mate. I have threat of mate. Okay. Okay, that went well. So pawn d2, he takes my bishop, my rook. No, I can't take my rook. He will play rook d1. I'll play rook d1. Then I will play c3. He takes my rook. Play c2. If he takes my pawn, I queen. Something like that. And like so. Blade d2, king rook d1, c3 takes my bishop, then I queen, rook takes queen. Okay, I can live with that. What do I have here? Bishop check, we know bishop checks here. Knight takes knight, pawn takes queen. No, that's not it. I have queen check here after knight takes knight. Pawn takes. No, that's not it. Rook take, pawn take, I mean rook pawn take. Can't win without your rook. You can't take. So knight takes. That's the obvious move to me. Pawn takes. Then I threat his bishop and the fork. Guess that's a move. Then he queen a5, queen a5, threatening the pawn and the bishop. He plays what, queen, trying to protect both. Then I4, goes g5. He takes. If he takes, I mean this losing. I take with the queen, not the pawn, because you'll take my other bishop. That's a 1300 tactic. What? Oh, just castles. Okay. I thought he will take my. He will play queen c4, which is a good move. So what happens after rook e2? Isn't that just mate? It's not mate because you can play king d4. Then I play rook d2, rook d8. Can play king e5. and I play f6, play king f5, and I play what here, check here. No, rook a5, rook a5. Okay, there is no rook a5. I already played rook here, rook e2, so there is no rook a5. So easy one, looks like an easy one, but need to be a little bit more precise. Pawn f5, f6. What's after f6? I have to see it to the end, so not to lose. I only have one shot at this, and that's a good thing that I made it this way. I play better when I'm under pressure. So rook e2, king d4, the other rook. If he goes f6, if he goes king e5, then I take his other rook. He goes queen, so I take his rook anyway. If I goes here, king c5, I go b6, something like that. And I take the rook. What's this move? Take, if queen takes. What? Where do I escape? Queen g6. I take queen g6. I play king e2, only move. He plays queen g7 check, I guess. And I play king d1, king d8. Oh, and I escape. Because if it checks me again, I go king c7. And if it checks me, I'm not sure where, can't check me again, then I'm safe. I escaped by up 2 rooks and a bishop. It's pretty dangerous. So what's this? Queen. Is that mate? Queen check on e1. Well, rook check on e1. If bishop retreats, rook takes bishop, king takes. Now what? King a1. I feel like I played this one before. Bishop, rook, e. It's not here. queen e5, threatening mate on e1 maybe, retreated with the bishop. No, it's wrong. Rook e1 check. If bishop retreats, I take the rook. If he takes with the rook, I take with the queen. Then he retreats with the bishop, then I threaten mate on two other places. On g2 and g1, that must be it. So I check, takes, I check, retreats, I go here, check him here out of desperation, play here, takes a bishop, I take. Okay. He plays queen h4. Queen h4. Knight g3. That's what comes to my mind here. And it's the obvious move. G5. Knight g5, queen takes. Knight g5, I must play queen takes. Or I play king takes. Then I play knight f5 and take his queen. Maybe. Knight check takes, knight. Oh, no, of a blade. Knight f5. He will block with the queen. I forgot this. So I can take his rook, and that will be up the exchange, and give him a check. Retreat and take the bishop. Whoa, I win every single piece he has. So if he takes the bishop, I play take and take and take. Okay, that's good. So reached 26 and 23. It's not bad. Take a little bit of time, but it's not bad. So okay, gracias. Let me think. Bishop g4, that's what I'm thinking. Pawn takes. Then rook h2 mate, maybe. take. Okay, easy. I see rook h2 here, queen h, rook h2. I guess it's the move. I will see it again, look into it. Rook exit h7, rook h7 مش rook, not rook h2. If king takes, which is the only move by the way. Queen check, king g7. Haha, then I take his rook. If he retreats with the king, I can play queen check again. If he goes the other way, I take his rook. So it does win. Okay. He took what? He took my rook. So I can play queen takes knight. But I will lose my knight. So that's not good. Queen takes knight actually comes with a check, so there is an upside here. If he goes king g2, he can't block because he can't block with the queen. Not sure here. My knight is hanging. That's not a good sign. But his knight is hanging too, so there is compensation. So queen exit d2, queen check. Aha, then I play knight check, so that's why I save how I save my knight. And he moves, I take his bishop. Wow, it's good. Takes knight check, and I take his bishop. Good. So what do we have here? Queen h7, might take. Queen h7 is madness, I guess. So, and I have knight g7, knight g6. No, it's not a move. So if bishop takes h7, which I think is a move here, and knight takes, I can play queen takes knight. I'm trying to apply a fork here, but I don't think it works. Rook and queen takes rook. It's not no good. Whoa, maybe I should think knight takes, pawn takes. No, not knight takes. It's says nuts. So if bishop exit, knight exit. Queen f7 maybe. If it goes down, I play knight checkmate. Okay, it was mate in 3. Nice. So he plays what? Queen takes bishop, which is not protected. Oddly not protected. Oddly. And rightfully so. So, to take or not to take, that's a question. Whether it's nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of my bad position. Maybe it's a good position. Queen takes rook, rook takes rook, pawn, rook takes rook, queen takes my queen. Then I have an intermediate. I can't see the intermediate. Rook takes first. Then queen takes my queen. I can't take his other rook. It would be horrible. Rook takes rook. But I'm sure it's rook takes. Queen takes. Then I have rook g6, maybe check. Then I take his. If he tries to block with the other rook, I take it. If he tries to block with the. If he tries to move away with the king, I take his queen anyway. So check. Okay. Good. So he moves rook here. I'm not sure why. Trying to get my pawn, but it's already protected. So I can see his idea. If rook take, bishop check. No, that's not it. If bishop check goes down, I meet him. Or is it not mate? It's not mate, so I can take with the bishop. So what's the point here? So if I check and they take his rook, it's not me, so what's the move here? For play, bishop takes pawn, no good. because he can play bishop d3 and bend my bishop. Then I play d6, d5, but he takes it, and that's not good because I will take my rook. But if I play d3 here, he can't have time to take. He will move the rook. And then I will play d2. Right? Right. What's this? Rook takes rook. It's a race. Must see where should I go. It looks obvious. So I have to take. Then he plays here, whatever he played. So if I go a5, he goes h6, then I go and catch him. Before he plays h7, he plays h7, I go. Okay. So he changes his mind and play here, so I keep moving. And I tell him good luck. I retreat, of course. Tries to get here, but I queen. Here, I take. Okay. Good. We are in position. So what's wrong with queen h6, queen g7 mate? I can see the problem. So plays knight somewhere. Not sure. Where would he place a knight? Where would he place his knight? Maybe he'll play check on f3, bishop check on f3. I can take with the bishop, he takes with the knight. Take with the bishop, he takes with the knight. But that's not stopping mate. Does it? Or is it? Is you or is you not my preferred? Let's see how he stops queen h6. He checks me, so if I take, that's a good question. He plays queen takes, and can't escape checks, right? So that's not it. But if I don't take and just move the king, he can check me again, I guess. with the queen, but he can't. He can't on e3 because my queen takes, and he can't on e1 because my rook takes. So all I have is to move. Then I take his queen. Okay. So what's this? It's very complicated here. Very complex. So my bishop is hanging and something is hanging over. So if knight takes knight and pawn takes, bishop takes, what? I've never been so confused. Queen. It's knight b6. I have knight b6 here. Knight b6. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. No, that's not it. Can't be it. Knight check. Queen check. Hard touch. Knight exit f7, the pawn take. Bishop take, he can take my knight. I'll take with the pawn. He can take with the queen, so like queen check, maybe. When he moves, I assume to h7 it will be mate, so to e7 will be mate, to d8 I can fork him. Is that it? Bishop take, queen check, knight check, knight take. Okay. It's getting harder, man, getting harder. That she said, it's getting harder. It's getting harder. But I'm very capable of doing it. Very, very capable. Very. Quite capable. Your thinking must not be quite tight. Quite tight. Rook, bishop. Bishop. So do I have a threat here? That's the idea. Knight d4. His knight takes. No, that's not it. I don't believe that's it. Although I'm playing faster this time. King, knight. So I have to. What about bishop g4? f5 maybe. Removes the defender. But he takes my bishop. I take his knight. I take. Because his bishop and f5 is threatening his knight, the defender of his bishop, and threatening his bishop at the same time. If we take my bishop, I take his knight. If he takes other bishop, can't do anything here. He retreats and I take, simply take. Okay. So I have rook g2, rook takes, then queen g2. But if he plays king f1, then I play queen d3. If he plays king e1, I play queen somewhere. Rook, but if I take with the pawn, that's nothing. Take with the rook, of course. If I take with the rook and he moves f1, I play rook check and take the queen. No, so I missed that. One, I don't play queen d3, but I play rook f1, rook g1. So if I check and take his other rook, what's the problem? He has spike check. So if I played king h7, he mates me. Break king h7, he checks me. So I have to play here. What's this? It's nonsense. So what's my move? I'm trying to queen. If I play g7, what happens? He plays king f7. It's not good. Not good. So I play king g5 to h6 to f7. I guess that's winning. I guess g7. If he plays king here, then I queen. If he takes, I make another queen. So king. So g7 is actually winning. g7, and if he checks, go g6, and I play bishop. Blocking and taking, I guess. Then he takes my pawn. Oh, it doesn't matter. Plays what? Pawn takes pawn. So I play queen. no, rook h8 is nonsense here. Let's closing the sound, lower it a little bit. Play pawn take. Why did he play pawn take? Because he can. But what is the actual idea here? Takes the knight. But if rook exit, I mean, is that a double attack on the rook? Triple attack on the rook on h8 and c8. And if he tries to take my queen, take his queen, he takes my queen, I take the rook. What's the idea here? If he plays queen, I take his queen. Right? And he has to take back. And takes the rook. So queen check, king moves, queen check, king moves where? King e5, and I outrun him, maybe with my pawn. Yeah, I guess it is. If he takes, he can take, so his queen is bent. I can play here. Now I can take, so that I can delay him 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. He can get me, but if I play here, he will take him 5 moves, I guess. And I can win. Can't outrun me. So what does he have here? So rook, I have a threat of a checkmate if he moves the rook. How do I remove the rook? I play rook d2. No, that's not it. That's pretty hard. My concentration is being consumed in a way that you can't believe it. The tactic is 2200. So let me see the obvious moves. Maybe because I can't find it at the spot. Knight d4 or knight e5. I guess that's the winning move. Knight d4 to e2, knight e5. If he takes, I guess it's knight d4, and if he takes, it takes the pawn on h2 maybe, and I have all kinds of discoveries. If rook takes, and it's mate. So I place queen back. I still have this discovery. What kind of move was that? So I have queen f4, check and take his bishop. Or I have rook f2, f1 check. Rook f1 check retreats to g8, and I play queen h7 mate. It's easy as it looks. I don't see why it does not work, because of a rook f1. Maybe he has a move like bishop f5, maybe bishop f5. So I'll sound a little bit, and I'll play knight. What's the point of that knight? Oh, I can play knight e6 after that, take his queen, but maybe it's another variation. It doesn't work here. It's a potential, has a potential at least. Knight, queen f4, bishop here, rook f1. I like rook f1. I like rook f1 a lot. So he blocks. Take with the pawn or with the rook. Actually, the pawn doesn't matter if I removed it. Take with the rook, pawn takes, queen check, can go up because I meet him. Goes back. I play mate, queen here, goes up. And I take with a check, goes back, a check, goes here, rook f1. Wow. Queen. Okay. So I have rook takes rook, queen takes. Sure, there is a check here. Rook takes rook, queen takes. What is the problem of rook takes rook, queen takes rook? Rook takes queen, I meant. Rook takes queen. What's the problem with rook takes queen? The fallacy of rook takes queen. Whether it's nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of rook takes queen, or to take arms against f3 and by opposing end it. If rook takes, you plays check with f2 maybe. If I take, he keeps checking me, and take the rook. But if I check him first, moving back his king, I can take his rook. Queen takes, because my queen protects. Moves back, I take his rook. Because of his checks, I have queen to stop his checks. Okay. Trying to reach 55, but I'm not sure I will get there. So, don't have much here. Knight check on g6, that's my fear. Knight checks on g6. Rook. Queen takes. What about queen takes knight? Queen takes knight check. Queen takes knight check, what's the problem with that? If he stop it with king h1, I take the rook with a checkmate. And if it plays king g1, I play queen g3. And if his rook blocks, or even bishop blocks, I take the rook. If he takes, I play the other rook check. He plays here. I'm okay. So queen check. And here, then maybe rook check. I'm not sure here. Rook takes, maybe. And if he takes, oh, I have this nice little nice. Then I have check here, and I take his rook for free, and all is good. So far, so good. So what do we have here? Knight check and queen check. And that's it. I'm sure it's one of those checks. Queen b5, maybe. Queen b5, king g2, knight h4, then taking his queen on g6. I guess that's a move to play here. I'll try to think of what I'm missing. Maybe I'm missing something. What if I played queen d1, check, knight check, then I take his queen. They check here. So this can't be that easy. Must have something here. So other than taking his queen, I can play another check. Maybe that's the only move. He takes a knight. I play f5 with a check. If he plays king h5, it's mate on queen h3, and if he plays queen e, there is no time for him to play that. Okay, so that's me. Mate is better than being up a queen. Mate here. Okay. I'm not sure why he played here, because he thinks he's winning, but I'm not sure he's winning. Maybe he knows something that I don't know. I studied this before. I think it's a mistake, common mistake actually. Bishop takes bishop, queen takes. Maybe removing the defender with h5 keeps his guard on the queen and the bishop. Retreats, he plays again queen h4, then I attack his queen again. Like that, son. Me and him were like that, son. It's easy actually, this one. So it's a 25, 5, 5, 5, 5. The last one, I mean. Rook check, queen here. Rook check, king h2, king h2. I'm not sure why would I play this kind of check, but I want to save my queen. Maybe rook d2. No, it's not rook d3, I meant. Maybe it's rook check, queen c7, then I take his rook. Then I can't take his rook, you meant. So rook check, queen c7. But his queen is still protecting his rook, so what can I do? What I do here? Rook d1, king c2, queen takes, maybe e2, which is not protected right now, and my king is safe. Plays queen f3, check him, plays here, and recheck him, plays back, and then I take his rook. Oh, that's weird. So I check and take here. What can he do? Let's see his move first. There's rook e5. So he admits his defeat. So I check him and take the rook. and I check him back. Okay. Trying to reach 55 here. Rook h3. Why is my rook on h3? Seems natural to me to play rook check here. I have to be absolutely winning. If I play check, he retreats. If he plays a3, then it's mate in 1. Right? If he plays back, then I move the king, I'm threatening mate. If he moves to c1, I check him. He can go d1 because I checkmate him with promotion. He goes back, then I go king c3, he queens, maybe. Then I check him. If he moves the king up, I queen, checkmate him. Okay, so I check. And check. And here. Still trying. So I check and take. Good. So blaze rook takes king. Rook takes rook, of course, and queen. Now, why would you try something like this? I will take my rook the next move. So there's something I can do here. I let him take. What's this? Or it's not protected, I can take it. And if it checks me, I go back to my square, d8, c8, and there is a threat. But if queen checks, I escape with d8. Really? He's getting checkmated now. I will move up, he takes. I will be upper rook. Okay, sir, thank you. Thank you for your bullshit. This king is mated, of course. Look at him. I have knight d5 with a check. He takes a knight. Then I have something. Knight d5 is the move I'm thinking of right now. So I'm going to play until I reach 55 or my video collapses. Maybe at 53 or something. Don't know, might happen. Knight, bishop, knight, bishop, bishop, knight, bishop, knight, d5. If queen takes, then his bishop is bent, I guess, to his queen. So if I play d5, takes my knight. He can't take my knight. My knight is protected, so it's all good here. Okay, that's easy. It was an easy one. I thought he could take my knight, but my bishop was protecting it. So what's this? Is this queening or something? Queen check, bishop check, queen check on h6. Do he moves back? I check and take his queen. That's it. Is that it? Looks too easy. I'm afraid of those, because if I speed up a little bit and make a slight mistake, all my advantage, all what I have done to reach here is lost. To reach here is lost, and I don't want this to happen. So I'll wait. It's kind of moves. Queen check. He moves and I check in the back. He move up. I take his queen. He takes with the king, and I have no advantage. So this must be lost. Other move I have is bishop check, king here, queen queen somewhere, queen. I don't have anything here. Maybe it's d7. If takes, then I check and mate. If he takes his mate, that's what says. It must be the trick. The fillet, if he takes the bishop, it's mate too, because I block this square. So he had to check me. I didn't see that. And if I block, what can he do actually? If I block, he goes back to h7. He can't go anywhere. Oh, that's good. Queen takes. So what do we have here? Rook and pawn endgame. I am apparently losing, but maybe I'm not. Because I have pawn in the rear, which is b2. Pawn b2 is queening, so I must have an idea here too. Maybe d3. d3 if we play a7, I play rook c8. If we play rook b8, no, that can't be winning. Rook e4, maybe rook e4. I wait him till he queens, and I take his pawn, then I queen myself with d3. I guess that's the idea here. And at the same time, rook e4 protects the d4 square or pawn. This. but it loses the d2 square, so I have something to... Whoa, but if I remove this rook from from b5 with c5, he must take the pawn, I take the rook, I go here. If he takes my rook, I queen, so that looks good, right? Queen, does he have a move? Check. So it's a point. He checks me and go, but if I go here, I escape on h6. Okay, and that's the point of all of this. Queen's the back and I win. So I stop him from queening. That's easy. Actually, it's not. It's 2700. So plays rook on... I've seen this one before. I reached this level before. I remember this windmill. Where my bishop and queen intertwine with his bishop and queen. If I remember is check. With the queen moves up, then I attack his queen. Okay, that was pure memory. I don't understand it. I don't know what is it. So 2 knights make a draw. So it's not good. If I keep a bishop and knight, I might win. So what move keeps a bishop and knight? Knight G, knight F. I also played this one before. I remember that I thought that like that and I lost. So I remember it's knight c3, but I don't remember why. And if he queens, knight bishop, and he's in a meeting net. Here comes the bishop, but I don't remember what's the meeting net here. Maybe it's this check. If he goes back, I check him again. Any other move leads to oh, and that's it. Knight E, because I keep my bishop and knight. Bishop my knight leads to mate. The last one. So he has 2 rooks and the bishop for my 2 rooks. So I'm losing by force or force. If I play rook h8, what is the problem with rook h8? What? Rook h8, bishop f8, rook takes f8, rook back on h8, rook back on d8. right, and I what, I lose or what? Take his pawn, maybe. If rook takes, rook takes, I'm losing. So that's uh, not not the right move. I don't think that's the right move, but it must be rook h8, I'm sure. But the continuation, I made a mistake in calculating, I guess. I'm sure this is it. Okay, it was close. If he retreats, I take with the rook on h or the rook on f. That's the question. If we take the rook on the h, he plays rook back, and the calculation I just said loses. So if I take it must be the other way. So I move up with the king, then I take his rook. Like that. So that's it. I can't play anymore like this. I'll try my chance with another one, or until I lose. But I can't keep up like this. I'll try another one and stop. So this trapment, queening, h7, g takes h7, pawn take. So no, not it. Rook d8 check. Maybe it's rook c8 check. Rook c8 check moves up. Then rook d7 check moves up. Then rook g8 check moves up and take his rook. Is that it? Is that 3000? How's this 3000? If this 3000, then take me to the lunatics. Looney Tunes. Take me to Looney Tunes. Not sure how this. I'm not sure that's too easy. Then I take with the rook, right? Oh, it continues. Wow. So if I take with the rook, he escapes. If I take with the pawn, I'm threatening to queen, maybe. Okay, that's it. I can't play anymore. That's a goal. So I'll just stop now before it collapses.